Well, December the 25th, Christmas Day. Happy Christmas to everyone all over the world. What a fun project this has been. A bit stressful, but absolute fun. I made myself a notice. The last video I did went from bad to worse, really. I zoomed in to show something detailed, and then my watch kept zooming in a bit further by itself. So I put this notice here. I'm going to stick it with a bit of sticky in front of my nose. So hopefully I will keep looking at my watch just to see what the state of play is, to see how we are. Anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful day on Christmas Day and spends time with people they love. Okay. Are you ready? Oh, crikey, I don't think I am. And it's a Christmas tree, or it's a bit thin. It can't be that because the baubles are hanging the wrong way. So it is a stand-up Christmas tree. Can you see it? Let's cut one out. As I do, let's find a little bit. Here we go. See what we think. Does help if you put the die on the right way up, doesn't it? Right, here we go. We have had some fun though, haven't we? I've done a few bloops. It must be said. There was one video where the thing zoomed right out, and you could see I was wearing my Robin Christmas jumper. And this Robin is a kind of a fat, chubby little chap. And he's wearing a bobble hat. And when I originally bought the jumper, this Robin had a little tassel thing on the end of his on the end of his hat. And where this I can't even say it. Where this bobble landed on my person was at the end of one of my boobs. So rather than walking around with a tassel on my boob, I removed the tassels. So every time I wear the jumper, I think of it. Oh dear. Come on, I can't see what I'm doing. I'm crying here. Right, there's my die cut. Now, I've got a bunch of cards here, actually, different sizes. Let me see what... I seem to have cut quite a few of that 5x7 size. I think that is probably the size I will use for it, actually. Yeah, let me... Oh, and look what's in here. That would be an idea, wouldn't it? That was in with my card bases. Let me put those back. How about if I cut this from a bit, I like the dark bit there, a bit of that. And then perhaps cut some gold for those bits. Let's have a go. I'm going to put this on a bit of other card just to stiffen it up a bit. That'll fit. Okay, let's do it with this. Here we go. Because this is just copy paper. I like using copy paper. Someone was telling me they use deli paper, and I don't quite know what deli paper is. It sounds like an American expression to me. I'll just write that. Okay, let's cut out. Is that the bit I wanted to do that? Was it there or was it there? Perhaps I haven't put it in the dark. Well, I can always darken it, can't I? No sweat. We can cope. We can cope. Let's cut out a tree. I'll cut a bit off. Otherwise it might not go through my machine. Right. I was looking for this the other day. I couldn't see it. It was within my box of card bases I'd cut. Right. Let's see what this looks like. Has it cut through? I'm going to put it through again with a shim, actually, because the card I put on the back was really quite thick. I'm looking at my watch, just checking, folks. Right. You can still see me. The last one, half of what I was doing was totally off shot. So, you know, a bit useless, really. But you had to use your imaginations. Is that through? It really is thick. Am I through all through? Because I'm going through various layers here, aren't I? It's very thick. It's a card that I bought. It's textured a little bit like watercolour paper, but it's got a very odd surface, and I didn't really care for it terribly much, and I've had it for years. And a lot of what I use it for, in fact, was to put on the back of my magnetic sheets that I keep my dies on, so that they were a bit more rigid. And it was brilliant for that, because it is really thick card, but I don't know where this bit's appeared from in my scraps there. Have I got through it? Yep. Oh dear, we're getting there. Often it's easier to take die cuts out of the backwards, I don't know. Oh, crikey. We are getting there, but it's a bit... Where's my pokey tool? Goodness, I don't normally have this trouble. There's still a little bit there. Might have to do another one. Look, I'm going to do another. I'll leave that for the minute. I'm going to put a different bit of card on this bit here, a thinner piece, so that we actually get something done. That's wide enough for it, isn't it? Yeah. Let's put a thinner piece on here. Let's get rid of that. It's just too nasty. Right. Where's my glue? Here we go. Which is the darker bit. I'll use this end up here. It's darker. I like that. Okay. Sorry about this, folks. But we want to kind of get there, don't we? Right. Let's try again. Which bit did I want? This'll do. I will cut it with a shim, though. Oh! It helps if you have the cutting plate on. Oh, dear. I'm ready for a cocktail, I think. Oh. Actually, it's not the cocktail hour in anybody's country, I don't think. Let's see how we are. That's better. I think this is better. It's so detailed. There's tiny, tiny, tiny little, what do you call them? Like the little needles, you know, on a Christmas tree. Cool. I didn't think it was going to be this tough. Here we go. We're getting there. Slowly. I think that bit's come off its backing. Right. There we go. I'm supposed to be all doing clever stuff and, you know, making it look so easy. Doesn't always happen. If I'd just cut this in regular card, well, you saw the first one, it cut out a treat. But it's the combination of the card and the paper and the glue and goodness knows what. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh. There we go. There we are. Phew. Right. There it is. Actually, it looks quite nice, doesn't it? I might put a bit more green on. There's rather a predominance of gold up there. That's got a bit more of a bend on it, so these things hang perpendicular. Okay. Wow, it's taken us ages just to get to here, hasn't it? Good grief. I'm going to put a bit more green on there. I'm going to get my old Rustic Wilderness because it's one of my favourites for Christmas colours. Just put a bit more on there. That'll do. That will do. Now, I fancy the baubles in gold. And while I was thinking the other day, I've got Gummiapan dies in one folder, but I've got an idea that I've got a Merry Christmas die, which is in gold, that is also Gummiapan. That, let me put some double-sided on this one. I wonder if that's going to stop it from cutting out. That I think is Gummiapan as well, but it was in with my Christmas ones. So I've an idea it is. So, see how we get on. This is just for the baubles. Just for the baubles. I'll use a shim for this as well, just to be on the safe side. I'm looking at my watch. We've gone out a bit. I'll come in again. Right, let's see. Okay. Now try and remember to stay in the shot. Trying to be a card maker and a filmmaker at the same time. It's a bit much, really. Right, this is coming off rather better. Right, let me cut off one of these, this one, and stick it on. Tweezers. Can't manage without my tweezers. That's that one. Okay. And this chap is there. Hope my head's not getting in the way. And the next one is this one here. That's this one. And one more. Let's put that up there a minute. Last one. Let's cut him out. There he is. Right. That's pretty, isn't it? Oh, sweet. Now, for my card, always looks nice on the front, doesn't it, rather than the back. I think that'd be quite nice in a window, don't you? I have got a big window, but if I do that, it's all panes, and I think it might... Let me just see if I can see it. Where would it be? Is it in this one. No, it doesn't look like it's in that one. Perhaps it's in this one. Yeah, here's my big window. They've got a few windows in there, can you see? But if I use this one, if I'm looking through the window at it, half of it will be obliterated by the mullions, won't it? So, how about if I make a window without the mullions? So I've got, I have got some. Here we go. Some of these. These are framelets, Sizzix framelets. Those look about the size, don't they? The other ones look too wide. Let's have a look. Let me see. Okay. That would be all right, wouldn't it? Right, let's cut a back one out first. And the back one. And the smooth side, I think, for a change. And, oops, there's my light going. How about if I give that a kind of a warm wash with some yellowy, as if the light is shining on it. Let's just do a bit of this. This is just scattered straw. Scattered straw. Let me just, how much of this do I want? Which way? I can either do this and then squirt it, or I can do it onto the mat, put some water on and smooch it. I think I'll do that. I probably won't get quite so wet that way, and I'll get a paler colour. So let's try that. Okay. Oh, I've got a bit green on there or something. And I wiped the mat before I started. It's a bit of a blow, isn't it? Will that matter? Will it be? Oh no, it might not show. It might not show. We might be able to get away with it. Okay. I might give this a little even out. A paper towel. Just pale. Do I like that? Not especially. Let me try the other way. I can always cut another panel if it doesn't work out. Have to say this would be better on watercolour paper. Have I got any handy? Let me just get some watercolour paper. Yeah, here's a bit. I'll just cut a piece off. It's wide enough, isn't it? Yep. Let me just throw that away and just wipe this up and we'll start again. Right. That's the right side. Okay. That is much better. Some little bits on it. There we go. Just dry that off and then I'll cut out a window. That's better, isn't it? We get there in the end. Oh, let's just dry this off. I have various pads of watercolour paper, so this was just a scrap on the top of a book, so I usually buy them in a book, you know, gummed sheets. So I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's watercolour paper. Don't know what the weight is. I'm not a great watercolour expert, really. I'm not an expert at all, but I honestly don't know what the deal is with that. Right, now I've got a window. That's quite a nice warm colour, isn't it? So now I would like to make a frame for that, and I think I might make a gold one. I think I will. What did I do with my gold? Here it is. That's not big enough now, is it? I need a bigger piece. Another piece of gold. Here we go. There's another piece. Will that just fit? Oh, that's a bit of luck, isn't it? Look at that. Good grief. Now, I'm going to tape these, and I'm going to tape mainly onto the bit that's going to be cut out. I might be able to get some of the sentiment maybe out of that, but we'll see. Just try and get it. I'm not quite sure how wide this is going to be. Let's just try and keep it equidistant all the way round. Doesn't look too bad. Right, let's cut this out. Oof. There we go. I've got a great tower of drawers absolutely filled with scraps. I don't throw anything away, hardly. Right, there's my frame to go on there. My tree can go in like this. It's quite pretty, isn't it? Let's have a look. I've noticed that this is not cut square, so I'll choose a different one. There, that looked quite nice. And we just have a Merry Christmas at the bottom. Try and get him upright. Just trying to get these vertical. Doesn't matter which way the tree goes, but the baubles have got to hang vertically, haven't they? Alrighty, let's have a look now. Where's my Gummiapan dies? Because I put these ones that I found into here. Merry Christmas. They're Gummiapans. They do a lot, although they're a Swedish company, they do a lot of English text dies, and I think they do Danish, I think they do Dutch, I think they do Finnish. So quite a lot to choose from. Okay, first thing, this has got to be stuck down, and I believe Sig do a fat one, like the Nouveau fat one. I don't know, the Nouveau one is great for doing gilding flakes, but I get in a bit of a pickle with it, using it just as regular glue. I like this one, And I believe that Zig do a fat one, which I haven't tried yet, but I must do. Because I buy these about 3 or 4 at a time. Because I just love them. And I'm hoping this is going to stick, because that might still be a little damp. We'll see. Let's get my tweezers. There we go. Just cut this bit at the bottom off. And now for this. Just wondering what the best thing to stick this in with is. Let's try this chap. This is just about the width. I know when I bought this gun, it seemed like a big outlay at the time, but it saves so much time. Let me just pull this up a bit tighter. There we go. Just got one more bit to do. There we go. Right. Lovely. There we go. It won't be sticking out with it now. Right, there's our window. I think it's going to stick that flat to the card. Just do Merry Christmas, and we're kind of there, I believe. That will fit on there. I don't think this one will, no. But I can get this one out of here. Wrong tape. Right, let's have the Merry. Somebody asked me if I could put my Instagram address in the description, and I try and remember. I have done it on some videos, not on all, so I'll try and remember to do that. And some people have said they're not allowed to see it because they don't have an Instagram account, but I think a lot of people are on Facebook, and I believe you can sort of log in with Facebook, with your Facebook ID. What is happening here? This tape is a bit too... Let's do it again without the tape. It's a bit too sticky. I just can't cope with it. I will stick it on with glue. Right. No, I won't. I'll stick it on with... I'll try it with micro dots. They're very, very good for tiny things like this. There we go. Find some micro dots. This one here. you've disappeared off my watch, so I can't see what I'm doing. Can't see if it's in the right place or not. So we just have to hope for the best. Pop it onto the microdots. Rub it down to pick up the tiny little bits of adhesive. And lift. There we go. That's going to go about there. I said it wasn't straight, but I will sort it out. Merry. And the Christmas, I think, is going to go, whoops, comme ça. Okay, let's cut the Christmas out. I use this one. I'll do this with microdots as well. A lot easier than trying to get that very sticky double-sided off such a an intricate die. It works. They work. Double-sided works for lots of things, but for some, it's not the best. Okay, there it is. You can damage dies trying to get them off the mat, off the cutting mat. So I always use a pokey tool rather than trying to grab it with my fat fingers. There we go. Right, pop this onto some microdots. As long as there's a bit there with some microdots to grab, we'll be in business. Right, I've got to get it up again. There we go. Right, to try and get it straight again. Oh, there's a bit there that should be out, not in. Lord, it's very small. It might be just an indentation rather than an actual bit out. Never mind, there we go. There we go. Merry Christmas, and this will go on here. I think I might put that on some foam tape, just to give it a little relief. Here we go. Love this stuff. It's not too deep so that it doesn't cause my cards to be too fat for the postage in the UK. The postage depends upon the size and the thickness of the letter. And I have a gauge that I used. And once the card is in its envelope, if it goes through this particular slot, then it's regular price postage. Let me just, oh, this is so sticky. Oh, it's stuck to my finger. There we go. There we go. There. Oops, no, I'm not in the middle. There we go. Oh, it's not straight. That's why I use that glue, the glue stick, because it does give me a bit of manoeuvring time. If I didn't, the foam tape would stick to the card and I would be stuck. Right, I've just got to do a bit of cleaning up there. And we're done. Thanks as ever for watching. I may have a bit of a break before I get to number 31. We'll see. But thank you for joining me on this journey. And we'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching.